All right, Shalom. Start first by giving all praise and glories unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect, the house of David that will get salvation in the coming destruction. And that's kind of the topic of what this is about. I'm going to illustrate something through this scene of this movie, A Nightmare on Elm Street from 1984. Because a lot of you scoffers and you non-believers, you fail to realize that this isn't reality TV that you're watching when you click on a Great Millstone video, when you click on to the truth, the Hebrew Israelites. You guys click on these videos and you think there's not a reality that's coming to it, that comes with the things that we're prophesying about. You don't believe in the truth of a prophecy. Well, guess what? The thing about a prophecy is when you speak on something, it comes to pass. And you guys aren't ready for that. This is so I'm going to play this scene, then I'm going to get into a few scriptures and kind of close out before so it doesn't run on too long. Let's see what we got here. This one.
It's just a dream. This isn't real. This is just a dream. He isn't real. He isn't real.
I'm going to pause it right there because I can't pass up on it. That's how you guys feel. This is just a dream. It isn't real. It's just a fantasy, a mythological book. It's not real. Well, now we over here at Great Millstone, we've been prophesying about these things coming to pass, and now they're coming to pass. About earthquakes in diverse places, about a storm and tempest, about blood moons, about World War III, about martial law, about the RFID chip in the mark of the beast. We're prophesying to you about these things, and you guys act like it's still not real, like it's reality TV, like you can just pause it or cut it off and don't have to deal with it. But guess what? You're still going to have to deal with this. Regardless what you think, you're still going to have to deal with this. And just like she was like, it's just a dream. I'm back it up. Just a dream. It isn't real, right? You can just say that all you want and scoff all you want on the comment boards. But at the end of the day, this stuff is going to come true. And we're going to see who has the last laugh. Because you guys make all these funny jokes. And some of the shit's funny. But you guys forget that there's a reality that must play out through these scriptures. There's a reality that has to be manifested through these scriptures.
It's just a dream. This isn't real. This is just a dream. He isn't real. He isn't real.
You came through on it. And just to say, the reason I chose this movie, because you guys are all in this fantasy land, but you don't realize this, the interpretation or the analogy of Freddy Krueger that I'm using in this video is danger and death is coming for you. And you guys think it's a joke. You think it's not real. It's not like we're saying, oh, the Lord's going to come back and you don't believe it because he's got bunnies on Easter. And no. It ain't all happy times. It's going to be death and destruction when he comes back. He's not coming to be all nice. He's not going to meet you as a man. He's coming for death and destruction against the wicked of his people and against the wicked upon the earth. So this is the reality. She really has to fight. Now, this is a movie, of course, but in the analogy, she has to fight the reality of what's going on. In reality, she has to really deal with this. And you guys are still going to have to deal with it. You can scoff and say the planet is flat and the earth or whatever. You can say all you want. But at the end of the day, the things that we're telling you out there on these streets and in these videos, you got to deal with them.
You bastard.
What'd I do?
Right? What I do. He don't even know what happened. The point is, you guys are going to know when a prophet has spoken. You're going to know there have been a prophet among you. As a matter of fact, let me get that. Ezekiel, 2nd chapter. Start around verse. Let's start at the top. We'll get down to the gist of what we really want. The 5th verse is what the 5th verse. Yep. Ezekiel chapter 2 verse 5. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there have been a prophet among you. You're going to know that there have been a prophet among you telling you of the things that was coming. And when it shows up, it's not going to show up like, damn, that really happened. It ain't going to be as a sight of an earthquake happening somewhere else, a sight of a flood or a storm happening somewhere else, or of an eclipse happening somewhere else. It's going to really be destructive to you. Like, you guys don't understand the seriousness of gross darkness yet, of the power being off yet. Ask them people in Houston, ask them people in Florida, ask them people in Puerto Rico how real this is to them. If they never believed before how real to see a real chariot in the sky is, wait till them chariots start zapping people. You're going to know the difference. You're going to know the difference. Let me see. A little more. Verse 10. Yep. It says, matter of fact, verse 9, it says, and when I looked, behold, and hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein, and it spread it before me, and he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe. And that's what's coming, and that's the reality that you people are going to have to deal with. You're going to have to deal with the reality of these scriptures, man, of this stuff coming true. Let me get off to another couple scriptures. I'll start at the top. I'm gonna start at 2 Ezra 9:1. I'm gonna read through pretty quick. Follow along, in the spirit. It says, 2 Ezra chapter 9 verse 1. And he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, meaning unfold in reality, which I have told thee before, prophesied unto you, then shalt thou understand that at the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And we're starting to see the beginning of those signs come to pass, that he's visiting the world which he made. You can see them storms lining up on the east, hitting that Gulf and that East Coast. You see earthquakes hitting Mexico over and over. Things, destructive things hitting South America over and over. He said he would begin at his sanctuary. You got to deal with that. You got to deal with zoo animals attacking people, coming out to breaking open the zoos because there's no food. You got to deal with lawlessness in the streets, with the purge out there. That's not just a movie that you can pause and go take a bathroom break, go make some popcorn. It's going to come reality in your life. This stuff is real. This stuff is going to go down. It's beginning to go down already. Is back in it said verse 3, it says, therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, which we're seeing, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. The end is being made manifest right before your eyes, and we're telling you about it as it's happening, before it's happening. Here at Great Millstone and other groups that's really out there prophesying the sincerity and truth. So don't take these Hebrew Israelite videos lightly, man. These are real videos from sincere. I'm talking about the sincere videos. I'm not talking about them that's trying to get clickbait and views and scoff. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about that's really putting this real prophecies out there before you. This is not a joke. This is going down. America will be destroyed. You have to deal with that. Kim Jong-un over there in North Korea, you're going to have to deal with what he's going to spark off in this third world war. Donald Trump and these Antifa and these alt left or whatever they are, alt right, whatever they are, you got to deal with this. These white supremacists marching around with tiki torch, you got to deal with this stuff. This ain't no joke, man. This is something you really got to deal with. But if you think you can just deal with it carnally and not spiritually, you're sadly mistaken. Continuing on, verse 6 said, even so, the times of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. And it's coming to pass. And you guys are getting nervous, so you want to scoff and make it not real. This is not just a dream. It is real. This is real. No pun intended. This is reality that you have to deal with. This ain't no, you want to make this into some gossip thing like a reality housewife. Let's make it bickering back and forth. Yeah, we deal with you because we can't let the bullshit slide. But guess what? We're still pushing out these prophecies. Why don't you make a comment about the real prophecies coming to pass? You know, instead of saying, no, what about this? Well, look at this guy. We ain't got time for that, man. These prophecies still got to come to pass. And we still got to deal with them. We still got to tell you about them. Because we're trying to escape the perils of these of the destruction that's coming when Yahweh Ba'ashim Shai comes back, when Yahweh Shai himself comes back with the holy angels. You know, and all the destruction that comes with it. And this is here, verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved, this is what we pay attention to, shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. Because we believe, yeah, we deal with you. We may go a little bit back and forth with you, give you the little drama that you want, the little tension that you want. But guess what we're for sure doing? We're also putting these prophecies out and warning you, hey, if you could cut all that BS scoffing and clickbaiting and trying to make money and be a part of this world and pay attention in the spiritual realm of what's going on. Because the Most High is coming back and he's going to judge your wicked asses, man. We're warning you that also. We multitasking. While y'all sitting up here, no prophecy videos, no getting on Esau, the so-called white man, no none of that. But you want to sit up here and try to debunk what we believe. What the Bible actually says. We're bringing it out to you plain what it's saying. But everybody does have a role. And guess what? We're fulfilling our role. You fulfill your role in scoff and you will be destroyed. Verse 8, it says, and preserved from the said perils, that's what we're trying to get out of, and see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them from the beginning. Yep, according to Jeremiah, the 1st chapter, it says, then shall they be in pitiful case. This is you that don't think this is reality. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, scoffing at the Israelite videos, people, brothers out there really prophesying, putting it all out there, making their body the living sacrifice to warn you from the Heavenly Father. And they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. And you're going to be tormented, man. You know, for such in their life have received benefits and have not known me. And they that have loathed my law while yet they had liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. Right? The same must know it after death by pain. And that's you. You're going to have to deal with that. You're going to have to deal with that. A couple more scripts, because I just want to get to the point of this. I don't want to make it too deep or too long. Yep. Straight to the point. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 17. It says, for the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High God. So it's starting with you Israelites, whether you believe it or not. It's starting with you. All them people in Puerto Rico don't believe they're Israelites, but guess what? It's still starting with them. It's still starting over there in Mexico. Still starting with Venezuela and all the South Americans, and it's starting with you up here as well. With these cops shooting you down, with the troubles, with the loss of jobs, all of this squeeze that's going on to you people. You low-level people out there, it's happening to you. And Jake, who are the Israelites, the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, the squeeze is happening to you because you are the Israelites and you are not following after the ways of the Heavenly Father. And we got to deal with it too. We're not on some special privilege. You know, we catching hell just as well. But the difference is we understand why. And we're trying to do all that we can to get out of some of it. Well, while you people going to catch it all. Anyway, verse 17, for the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High God. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High God? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where should the ungodly and the sinner appear? Right? Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of the Most High commit the keeping of their souls to him in well-doing as unto a faithful creator, unto the Most High God. Because we know he's true. We know what's about to go down. We know how this happens. Let me see. Let me hit this one and close out, which is in 2 Corinthians. That's what I want. Right there. Yep. To the point and close out. It says, for 2 Corinthians 5 and 10, for we must all appear before the judgment seat of Yahweh Shai. And this is the fear that we have that a lot of you guys don't have. Niggas like Max Knight, niggas like that don't have it, man. And he gonna dwell in torments, and all these perils gonna come upon him. Just like the rest of you scoffers, just the rest of you non-believers, man, that have the spirit of an Israelite on them. The heathen, they got nothing to worry about. They just got to take what comes to them, enjoy what they got going on, and take what comes to them. But you may have had an opportunity at the simple fact that you're an Israelite, even though you were not chosen. You know, it says, for we all must appear before the judgment seat of Yahweh Shai, that everyone may receive the thing done in his body according to that he have done. So when you show up before Yahweh Shai, when he cracks them clouds and come through that sky, in reality, and in your American dream or whatever is snapped out of it, guess what? You're gonna have to deal with that. You gonna, and then he gonna look at your works and he's gonna be scoffing against my men. Just wickedness. You know, that's what's gonna be on your rap sheet. That's gonna be on your portfolio. That's what your works were. While we're stacking up righteousness unto our portfolio, hoping that we get mercy, man. Praying that we get mercy. Trying to give every little inch toward righteousness as we possibly can to get out of this thing. Because we know how wicked we were in the past. We know what happens to the wicked, you know, and those that don't believe and don't obey. It says, I'm going to start at the top again. It says, for we must all appear before the judgment seat of Yahweh Shai. That is in reality. You can't pause that. You can't cut the cable off. You can't hit the power and roll over and go to sleep. You know, as in the curses that say, you're going to wish it were daytime at night, and in the night, you're going to wish it was nighttime. I mean, in the daytime, let me start over. At night, you're going to wish it were the daytime. In the daytime, you're going to wish it was night. You're going to just try to run. Nothing is going to be comfortable for you. You're going to be just plagued, man, on every level, spiritually, mentally, physically. And the Lord is going to get you, man, because you guys play games with this thing. When you were warned, you're going to know that there was a prophet among you warning you about this. And you didn't correct and amend your ways. So while the doors of mercy are still open, you better get with it. It says that everyone may receive the thing done in his body according to that he have done, whether it be good or bad. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, we persuade men. In reality, this is what happens. Look at Houston. Look at Puerto Rico. Look at the earthquakes over there in Mexico. This is what happens. Venezuela, people eating each other for food, cannibalism. This is reality. This is reality. This is the signs of the Heavenly Father coming to show you he's about to visit the earth, man. In reality. You can click it off and not believe. It doesn't matter what you say. You're still going to have to go through this. It said, but we are made manifest unto the Most High. And I trust also are made manifest in your consciences. Those of you that wake up and have that fear of the Most High upon you, that will be called for this thing, and Lord willing to be chosen for this thing. In reality, that we will get out of these perils in reality. So with that, I'm going to close out. So I'm going to give all praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Call Halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honor to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that showed us the seriousness of this word of preaching. The Spirit gave it unto them. They passed it right on to us and showed us a reality of how to live this thing. Double honor to the elders and the men that teach this word in sincerity and truth that will be chosen for salvation. That I close out and say shalom.